Welcome to Buzzard Valley Vineyard Lake. In this winter series, myself, Ashley and Paul are going to show you our winter tactics, how we go about catching stunning carp like this. It's now February, we've got 72 hours ahead of us and hopefully we'll have a few. It's an absolutely stunning fish. Let's get it back. Right, so that's the first rod out after having that fish. This is one that had the scaler one on, just on a solid bag in the edge here, right about 9 foot deep. A little bit of a gravel patch in between some silt that I found just using a marker float. One thing that I'm doing on this rod, I'm using fluorocarbon. Yeah, I really like fluorocarbon for some lakes, others I don't, because sometimes when it does pinch a lake bed you can get cut offs, but it's absolutely fine here. What I do like about fluorocarbon is just how well it sinks. Obviously, because I'm fishing in the edge, I've got the line really slack. The line is just sort of drooping in between the tips. On the front tips, just going straight down into the lake bed. Yeah, and then from there, bobbing right at the bottom so there's no tension on that. I've got quite a heavy bobbin so it doesn't sort of swing about in the wind. Yeah, it's obviously working. So now just got to do rod 2, which is on the washing line method. So that's the second one of the session, coming from the same spot on the solid bag. Yeah, this one absolutely stunning. Yeah, a little double row linear. Really happy with this one. The scales on the other side are lovely as well, so I'll show you the other one now. So we're just waiting for it to go light until we could film it. Yeah, Ashley went to double check the washing line methods just to double check that nothing had happened with the clips, and yeah, we found out that yeah, there was another one on. So yeah, this one to solid bag, the other one to the washing line method. Yeah, buzzing, over the moon. Yeah, can't beat this for winter. So this is the rig that I'm using on the washing line method, and it's obviously caught me one fish so far. So starting off on the bait end, it is a fluoro yellow, and that's the essential fruit range, just tipped off with 13 maggots just to give it a little bit of movement as well and things like that, a little bit more attractive. And then yeah, it's basically a Ronnie rig, so wide gate Kamakura X, a red kicker obviously to match the maggots, and then from there it is 25-pound dark matter just with an anti-tangle sleeve, and then just clipping that onto a leg clip, a hybrid leg clip, and a 3-ounce lead. I am also using another variation which is near enough exactly the same, and that's just using fluorocarbon. So the second one from this morning, can't believe we've still got 48 hours left. Yeah, first one on the washing line method for me. Yeah, coming over a central fruit, jungle mixed crump, and yeah, a fluoro wafter, dumbbell wafter, just with a little bit of maggots tied on. Happy days. Yeah, quite different on the other side, so it's a couple of spottles on that side, and then the other side of the fish, it's got slightly more scales on its, around its fins. Lovely fish nonetheless. So after our dismal display down at Manor Farm at the Linear Fisheries Complex, yeah, it was only the right thing to do to go fishing with Ashley again to try and make up for it. And yeah, we're down at Buzzard Valley, which is your place, isn't it?
Yeah, family's place.
What are the tactics for this lake?
I generally like, you know me, I like my washing line and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Solid bags work very well in here.
Right.
Zigs, I wouldn't give them a miss.
So all the banks, sorry, all the pegs are on this side of the bank, aren't they? So I'm guessing it's going to be like far margin.
Yeah, it's
fishing,
literally,
is it?
literally there's 5 pegs. It's far margin fishing. Pretty much you can have them out the middle.
Yeah.
But everybody pretty much likes to fish far margin.
So what are the stamp of fish? Tell us about that.
We literally sort of hand selected the fish that went in here, and over the years more have gone in and that, and then about 2.5 months ago another 15 went in. So there's about 100 to 110 fish in here now. The biggest in here is the big common.
Yeah.
That goes, it's been out at 37.5.
Yeah.
So there's a big ghost, there's 2 big ghosties actually. There's one, the ghosty mirror, it does come out about, it has come out at 31 in the netting. So it usually hovers between 28, 30 sort of thing. And then there's a big ghosty common, like we call it the carrot common. And
oh yeah, I've seen the
you've seen that, and you want that,
yeah,
then, yeah.
Desperate for that one.
But that's, I'd say that's probably the prettiest fish in the lake if you like your koi or ghosties, whatnot.
Right, brilliant.
So, let's have it.
Come on.
The evening was soon upon us, and the carp unusually began showing in the centre of the lake. Solid bags were cast where we'd seen them, and in the early hours of the morning, mine was the first to go. It feels quite good fish, you know. I ain't played the fish hotel, it's been out like this for a while in here. We sacked it up, and 10 minutes later, Alex was into his first carp of the night, which turned out to be one of the stockies that were stocked 2.5 months ago. Little did we know, he'd be in again 30 minutes later. So it's been a bit quiet for me the last 48 hours. Seen some fish show in the middle of the lake last night, and I thought, well, let's get a solid bag on that, and this is the result of taking that chance.
So after having that stocky in the late hours of the morning, this one rattled off as well. Yeah, around about 30 minutes after Ashley's, and it's the first common of the session, so it's really nice to see one. It's quite interesting. So in the bottom of the sling there's bits of corn and things like that, and we only use solid bags on these. So they've obviously been feeding on our washing line methods, but we just haven't had a run. I suppose it happens like that sometimes. Yeah, but lovely fish yet again. Just shows the stamp, you know, the fish that are in Buzzard Valley fisheries.
Right, so we're going to have a look at the mix that we're using on this session, and it's a general mix that I'd use even if I was spodding out or baiting up with a baiting pole like on the washing line and whatnot. This mix has got dead maggots in. Come spring I'll delete that out, and then I'll still use everything else that we've got here. I don't like to make a massive mix up. I always like to make up a small bucket and just keep doing that on the bank as and when you need it, otherwise you haven't used loads of bait in a massive mix sort of thing. So I like to start off with, this is carbon baits, this is maize and their dark side mix. It's got a bit of everything in there really. It's really gets some sifting about on the bottom, this does. Proper nice. I've even added a bag of sweet corn in there, just that's my personal preference really. So we've got that. This is Carbon's mixed pellet. All sorts of sizes in there, high oil content ones, low oil content, different sizes. I think they're great, they are. This is just crumbed up essential fruits boilie jungle mix. That's what I use all the time, even if I don't make a mix up like this, and I just think it's so high attract, it's epic. End of. So put a spoon of that in. Like I say, we're going to have some dead maggots in this mix, so spoon of that as well. And then I will put a few whole boilies in, just essential fruits. These are 10 mils, so it's just nice. There's not many nuisance fish in this lake. It's just there's a few silvers, but they ain't gonna eat these. So we'll just put a few of these in, maybe just a handful, just so there's a bit more visual. So now we've got our mix together in there. I like to add a few liquids and that, just a bit more attract. This is Carbon's Essential Hydro, and it complements the essential fruit boilies very well. Alex and Luke worked very hard closely together with this, so it's quite a good one. I use it quite a bit. We just want a bit of a glug of that. And then as well, to complement the jungle mix crumb that's in there, we've got the jungle mix liquid food, and this gives off a really nice cloud in the water. I spotted this out at Sandhurst, and the cloud it gives is just phenomenal. So about the same again. That'll do. We'll give that a good mix together. So we'll give this mix up now. It's a proper grub around, get them active mix this is. And because it's particle and literally crumb, a spoonful isn't much at all really, to be honest with you. And that's it. A bit of everything, a bit of dead maggot, pellet, maize, some boilie in there, look, there's another one. So yeah, that's my general all-round mix really. It's brought me a lot of bites, it's get some grubbing around, it's, yeah, I'll swear by it.
We came into our final night full of anticipation. It was a full moon, and as always that fills a carp angler full of excitement. Paul had yet to catch, and it certainly wasn't for a lack of trying. All three of us tied fresh solid bags, and these were placed into the middle of the lake, hoping for one final bite.
Yep. There you go, mate.
What a brilliant 2 minutes for Paul. Yeah, he's blanked basically for the past 48 hours, but we all changed over to those solid bag tactics in the middle of the lake, when so usually this one it's the washing line method. Yeah, it's absolutely paid off too, ripping off within 2 minutes. Well done, mate. Absolutely cracking brace that.
Absolutely stockies as well.
Yeah, these are stockies, so hopefully they'll grow really nice, won't they? Darken up and everything. Yeah. So yeah, let's get them back. Yeah, brilliant. After a fantastic 3 nights spent on Vineyard Lake and all of us catching, the barbecue was lit. And when Ashley's behind it, you can always expect a feast. The rest of the night was uneventful, and dawn soon came. The arrival of Storm Dudley brought 50-mile-an-hour winds, but great memories were made and plans were made to return next winter. It was time to make the long journey to Dorset for our next 72-hour session together. Little did we know of the winter haul that was about to come. Until next time.